Hey everybody, Joe from Price Tag Aquariums. I just wanted to thank everyone who participated in the live streams that I've had over the last couple weeks. It's been a whole lot of fun, and it's been very interesting to get to know each and every individual that I had as a guest on my live streams. We got Branton, who I had seen for the very first time, and that was a pretty cool experience in itself, just because it was someone who I got to meet for the first time, and he got to talk to us about all his plants and stuff and different things that he's done with his fish tanks and his experience with all that. And then the next one, which of course Vibes, which everybody knows, he's a great guy. He was very down to earth, and he's been to Aquatics quite a few times. It was nice to hear about that, and it was nice to get to know him. He was able to open up, a little bit about, how he started his fish keeping hobby, so I appreciate that. And then we had Jorge from Mexicali Fishkeeping, and he was, of course, always a good guy, and I've been on one of his live streams, so it was kind of nice to have him on one of my live streams. And it went all well. It was good to know him, and like with everybody else. And he was telling us a little bit about his fish room and his updates and stuff. And then after that, we brought Vibes and Branton back over, and we had up to 6 people on that live stream. And it was me, Jorge, Vibes, Brandon, Curtis from Skull Aquatics, and then we had M&C Aquatics for a little bit too. So it ended up being almost a 4-hour live stream. So that ended up going very, very well, and I was really happy to do that and bring everyone back in from my previous live stream. So that was actually kind of a nice thing, a nice feeling for me. Oh, and we also had Fathom Aquatics in for a little bit too, and he was showing us some of his bikers or bikers, I'm going to call it. But it was cool to have him on there, so I didn't want to forget about him on that multiple people live stream. So I don't want to forget about that. So thanks for coming in as well. Of course, after that we had Jose. He introduced us to his aquariums and how he does all his discus and has all his bright and colorful fish in each and every part of his tank, and how he sets it up. He did a lot of stuff about medication. He did a lot about like quarantining, and there's a lot of useful information on there as well. And then of course, last but not least, Curtis showed around his fish room and different ways that he likes to have different types of fish that are like rare, that you wouldn't even see in like pet stores. He was talking about how he loves this whole like fry operation. And then 3, he was talking about how he ships fish everywhere and his experience with it, and how he buys different packaging items and how he heat seals and everything. So it was a whole lot of fun, a whole lot of information that I never knew and that I learned about, and I'm sure that you guys all in the chat learned a ton of stuff too, because I saw there was a lot of questions throughout each individual live stream, and it seems like we all learned something. So that was kind of a really cool thing that happened throughout all these live streams. So I do want to thank each and every one of you guys for participating in the chat. Thank you moderators for doing the links and keeping up with the chat as well. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And just an overall thank you for everyone who's participated. It's been a really good run. I hope to do this again and do a bunch more live streams in the future, and hope to meet new people, good times, good vibes, and we'll see you around. Take care, everyone.